Hey BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here today with kind of a Friday Reads video and kind of just a collection of some random stuff that I wanted to share with you. Last week, in light of everything that had happened, I attempted multiple times to make a Friday Reads video, including discussion of the political situation, and I wasn't able to do that. So instead I asked people to share something positive that had happened to them in the last week, and I heard the whole spectrum of people who were really happy because some loved ones were in recovery from COVID, and also from people who the video was the only positive thing that happened that week, and to people who were just learning of loved ones who have been diagnosed with COVID. So yeah, it was rough, and this week I feel like it's still continuing to be a challenging and tense situation, but I am going to keep encouraging everyone to share either, if I can offer you some sort of comfort and you feel comfortable telling me about something that's not positive that's going on in your life, you can put that in the comment section down below. But also, I'm just going to continue on my Friday Reads video to tell me something positive that happened to you this week. For me, couple things. One, I have been meaning to show you guys this for so long. So one of you sent this to me for Christmas, which you didn't need to do, but holy cow. One of you made this journal for me, which blows my mind. Like, there's like this cool kind of like, it's almost like Celtic kind of button right there. And yeah, and it's got a quote from Jane Austen on the cover. And of course they told me that, like, well, I'm really, a beginner at leatherwork. And I'm just looking at it going, are you kidding me? Like, I could see this in a bookstore being sold for, $50 or something like that. I mean, yeah, so I pull that off, and then I haven't decided yet what to do with this journal, in part because it's so beautiful that I just don't want to, I don't want to make a mess of it. If you have any ideas for me, let me know. But yeah, like, so thank you so much to that person, and I will treasure this for a very, very, very long time. So that's a positive thing. I also watched with Jason, who, by the way, you'll notice I took over his chair this week. Why not? And Jason and I watched a new comedy special from Chris Rock on Netflix. It's called Blacked Out, and I really recommend it. He must have filmed it right, like, he must have just got it in the nick of time before the pandemic really started exploding in the United States. I mean, there's clearly like a live audience there. They're all sitting next to each other. There's no mention of anything like along those lines. But he talks a lot about, of course, race and Black Lives Matters kind of things. And it's, but he also talks about relationships. He's very honest about, like, the mistakes that he's made in his life, and I find that really refreshing, like that kind of transparency. So anyway, it was hysterical. If you have access to Netflix, I would encourage you to check that out for a laugh, and also like I said, like, some things like strike really close to home and make us a little more introspective, if you will. This is a 3-day weekend for me, so that is a major positive. Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day in America. Of course, in Wyoming, we call it Equality Day. Don't ask me why. I don't even get me started on it. But anyway, it's a really important day, and I'm really excited to see what kind of content is on BookTube on Monday, if people are making videos related to that or not. I'm hoping, in addition to getting some serious reading done this weekend, also making some videos, even like pre-recording some stuff for future weeks. I've seen some great tags this week that I really want to do. So anyway, so that's some positive news from my little corner of BookTube, and I really want to hear, again, please in the comment section, let me know some great things that have happened to you. So last week I finished Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer, and it's not a great book. Like, it's got some really serious flaws in it in terms of, I don't know, believability. There's just some scenes that are ridiculous, absurd, and there is a tone of, there are times where it just is crude. I think I've said before. I do still think you can see kind of the genius of him in certain sections. There are multiple voices in this book, and I know some authors, everything sounds the same, but I do think, and it's been a long time since I've read it, but I do believe Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close is far superior to this book, which I think I gave like 1 or 2 stars to on Goodreads. So in the meantime, since then, I have started another attempt, this time with Courtney Ferreter, so thank you, Courtney, at Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak. And at the beginning of this, I was just like, oh yeah, this is why you've never finished this book, Kelly. And this this was published, I believe, in 1957, and so yeah, it's not like Tolstoy or Dostoevsky. I really haven't read very much of the Russians. I've read Anna Karenina, and that might be it. I did read like a modern collection of short stories. I want to say it's called The Tsar of Love and Techno. I don't know who it's by, so I'll put that in the down below. But anyway, so there's just so many characters in this book. And I mean, I had seen the movie ages and ages ago, so I kind of knew at least 2 characters that I really needed to pay attention to. But man, oh man, I struggle with the reason why there have to be just so many characters. In Dickens, there are a ton of characters as well, but you feel like they're there for a reason. And so I guess with this, I'm struggling with like, why are we spending time talking about the landlady of an apartment one of the characters stays in for a very brief period of time? Like, I don't need to know all this stuff about her, especially all 3 names that she has every single time she is mentioned. So I'm about 100 pages in, and I think this is it's like 550 maybe, somewhere, yeah, almost 560. So anyway, I hope I can take a big chunk out of this book, because I do definitely want to be done with it by the end of January. So wish me luck on that. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is, and I have made a previous video about how BookTube just like loses its mind in every March, and I'm fully expecting the same thing to happen this year. So there are so many events in March, and I just don't know why we can't spread them out. And I know it has to do with the word March, like it's not just the name of the month, like it's also a verb, and I get it. So I mean, we've got March of the Mammoths, middle grade March, the Irish Readathon, which obviously, again, I understand why that's in March. And, oh my goodness, what am I missing? What am I missing? March. Oh, and then March Mystery Madness. And I really want to find a way to participate in these events. I'm sure there are other events. I'm sure I'm missing, I've got to be missing some things that are going on in March as well. But, those events, I would like to have some kind of participation in all of them. So, depending on, I don't know, like what it looks like as far as vaccination schedules, Jason and I keep slipping down the priority list as people with pre-existing conditions. So I don't know when that will happen. But I was thinking about actually taking some time off in March, just like 1 week, and really trying to read and participate and film as well, all being in all of these events. And I realized I could try to make some things cross over, like read a mammoth that's also a mystery or something along those lines, but I already have my mammoth chosen. Super excited about it. But anyway, so if I were to do this, does anybody have a good idea of what I should call it? Like, what should be the name of the week at home? Like you know, Jay Shea, who, if you're not subscribed to, you really, really should. He has such a great channel, and is just one of the nicest people on BookTube, which is saying quite a bit because there are some really, really, really special people in this little corner of BookTube. So, but he did something a while ago that was like a Jay Shayathon, and then Jason kind of played off that in a period of time. He stayed at home and read a lot, and so anyway, I want a good name for it. Like, I don't know, though. I can't think of anything. So if you have any ideas, I'd really like to hear that. And, or if you think, like, I'm just completely out of my mind for trying to participate in all 4 of those events, let me know that as well. That is unrealistic. Fill up the comments section with your thoughts on books I'm talking about, events, and if I stayed home for a week in March, what should I maybe call those videos? I don't know. As well as if you have something positive or something crummy that you just want to tell me about, you just need somebody to talk to about. I want to hear it all. So I look forward to seeing your comments. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Again, it is more important now than ever before. And I will talk to you very soon, BookTube. Take care. Bye.